Dope, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Yo, bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most. I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me. Niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
This technique, it far exceeds the ability of any others that I've scanned previously. The Red Emperor himself had to have taken years to develop this to its fullest. I've only learned a third of this technique, as there's most likely more to it, as there are 6 other levels to the library, so I must keep climbing in ranks to fully master it. Naruto finishes his final thoughts and then hears a knock on the door. When he opens it, there was no one there, so he closes the door. Naruto then blocks a blade from Takagami. You've improved greatly, younger brother. Don't call me that. But why? We all share the same father after all. That's the only thing we have in common. Why have you disturbed my training? I just came to make an offer to you, that's all. No need to be so feisty. I don't have any interest in your offer. I think you might want to actually hear me out on this one. The next test is going to happen soon, so I'd like your division and my own to join together to take down one of the caves. The caves? I have no idea what you're going on about. I have someone that knows what each test is going to be. That's why I'm able to prepare so well. And the next one is for divisions to join together and take down chakra beasts that live within the caves. Naruto points his blade at the throat of Takagami. You've given no reason for me to trust you at all. I won't put any of my allies in danger by working with you. You're young, Naruto. I can tell from the way you speak. You're putting them all in more danger by not joining me so that I can protect them. After all, I'm the strongest one here. Is that so? I'd like to test that out for myself. Naruto smirks and jumps back as he activates his chakra cloak and jumps forward, going head on. He swings his blade, but is blocked by his brother, who forms a chakra blade that comes off of his hand. Good. You're even faster now that you're aggravated. Naruto vanishes and then appears behind him. And he tries to strike him down from my blind side. But you know that won't work. I'm from the stealth faction after all. Naruto is then sent flying into the wall of the room. Come on now, younger brother. We both know that you have the power of the star. Why don't you show it to me? As if I needed that to defeat you. Naruto flares up his chakra cloak, causing the air around him to become stiff. So, you won't show it to me. What a bummer. Then, you won't even be able to see this next attack. Takagami closes his eyes, revealing a 3-star cloak that flares up out of nowhere. Naruto stands in shock, but in a moment, he's then sent flying into the wall as the whole building shakes. Naruto was then seen laying there, bleeding out. He's lifted by his hair, with Takagami thinking that he would be crying and begging for his life. But what he saw was a bright smile on Naruto's face before he was punched to his stomach again and sent right back into the wall. You're a lot tougher than you look. You have at least 3 broken ribs. You might not even be able to participate. Well, my offer still stands. He leaves the room, and Naruto tells Nano to begin healing his injuries now. Naruto lays on his back, sighing. If I had been anyone else, I'd definitely be dead, and his plan would have worked. But I have Nano with me. Takagami, you really are such a fool. To really think you thought weakening me would force me to join you. After Naruto was completely healed, he asked Nano what was it that hit him so hard. Takagami's fist landed directly against your chest with infused chakra. That doesn't make sense. He couldn't have just appeared in front of me like that, could he? Nana, replay the final moments of the battle for me. Naruto watches and then sees a moment where his brother's body begins to become a blur, and then it's clear once again as soon as he's hit. Nano. That's it. Right there. It seems the space between the two of you had been removed, and the remaining space behind your opponent was used to propel him forward towards you. What do you mean the space between us was removed? It wasn't exactly deleted. It was removed, and it was moved to the space behind your opponent to fill in the gaps, causing his speed to increase once he was propelled forward to an even higher degree than you would be able to see. Naruto thinks, wondering how he was able to do this, but then remembers that his brother has access to 3 stars now, meaning a latent Kekkei Genkai was now unlocked. This must be it, as there can't be another answer. So, he has the ability to manipulate the things, well, the space between things. I'll have to find a way to counter this. Naruto then has Nano create an augmented reality of Takagami and begins to train for a while before heading back. When he arrives, he decides to have a discussion with the rest of his division. For the next test, we may be forced to join up with another team temporarily, but this will be the plan, so listen up. A couple more days would go by until the test is finally revealed. It's exactly what Takagami had told Naruto, with the divisions being forced to join with one another. And this will be to acquire the rank of Jonin and to begin creating their own divisions. Teams will be given a day to join together before the test begins. Takagami walks over to Naruto, who was covered in bandages, asking if he had made his decision. Naruto sighs, saying that he'll form a temporary alliance with them just for this test. Takagami would smirk, saying that they'll meet up today for planning and training, but Naruto tells him that he'll send his team instead, as he needs to rest his injuries. Takagami wondered if he had really did such a number on Naruto, but it makes sense. When Naruto sends his team that way, he goes off to practice what he knows of the 7-star blade dance. The next day, he heads with his division meeting up with Team A for the exam. This exam would be the last one. After this, each one will be individual. Instructors are sent with the group as they head out to a cave that goes underground. They all head in, taking down any beast that comes their way. It just seemed a little too easy. They make it into a larger room and are shocked to see a giant red snake resting there. The group decides that they'll just sneak past it, as this can't be part of the test at all. As everyone gets to the stairs, Naruto is sent flying back into the snake, waking it up, and the stairs are then blocked in by Division A. The snake raises his head high, and Naruto would grip his blade. Well, let's hope they'll be fine without me until I get back. I need to worry about myself right now, though. The snake rushes Naruto with incredible speed, and he hops to the side, dodging it. It's fast, but I can move even faster. Naruto is hit by its tail and sent flying into the wall. Before he could recover, the snake then slammed its head into Naruto's chest, sending him deep down to another level of the cave. As Naruto begins to cough up blood, he sees a blade that was thrusted into the ground. Looking forward at the blade, Naruto wonders why it was here. Could this be another secret left by the Red Emperor? Naruto then goes toward it only for the snake to send him back, as if he's protecting it. So you're the guardian of that blade. Naruto pulls out his own sword, activating both of his stars, as he then rushes in, dodging the snake and clashing with his scales. Naruto then pushes off the hard skin and slams his blade down into the skin, only for it to break. Naruto then throws his blade to the side and begins to utilize his adamantine chains to pierce the skin of the snake, but that can't even do it. This skin of this chakra beast, it's near indestructible. There's nothing I can even do to pierce it. Naruto runs to the blade and grabs it, holding onto it tightly, trying to lift it up, but nothing. Naruto is then hit by the serpent into the wall, where he can now see text engraved into the ground near the hilt of the blade. Only those who bear my blood and strength may be worthy enough to use this blade and hold its power. Naruto runs back towards the blade, evading the snake by using the flying Raijin. He gets next to the hilt and grips it tight. As he looks forward at the snake, he begins to yell, exerting all of his chakra into the blade to remove it, going as far as to fully push his stars and to use the Nine Tails chakra. The snake rises high above the ground and consumes Naruto and the blade. In this moment, Naruto seemed to be in another world. No, it was the same world, he just seemed to be in the past. He was watching someone face this person. Was this the Red Emperor? His long red hair, his crown, his royal garments. He was in a cave just like the one that Naruto was standing in right now. He sees the man raise the blade to the heavens, and out from it comes a snake, the same one that he's fighting right now. Naruto then hears the voice of this strange man. You are the guardian of my blade. Keep it away from those who you do not see as worthy successors. Naruto then awakens, laying against the wall, bleeding, while holding an all-black blade. So, I need the spirit of the snake to join back with the blade. That sounds a lot easier in my head. Nano, begin the auto heal. Naruto stands back up and then condenses his chakra into a slim-like aura before taking a deep breath. Alright, here we go. Naruto holds one hand out forward with the other holding the blade above his head, gripping it tightly. Naruto takes a step as the snake rushes in at him once again, and he performs what he knows of the 7-star blade dance. The snake is invested by what little of the technique that he knows. And then it shortly bows to him after, receiving multiple damages. Naruto notices that this blade was able to pierce the skin of the snake, and the snake recognizes Naruto as one of the worthy successors. It would bow its head to him, as Naruto then copies the movements of his ancestor, raising the blade high. On the outside, Takagami begins to argue with Kiyomi, cause he says he didn't do it on purpose, but it's clear he did. Takagami then says that they can just wait on him to come out, and he's surprised to see that Division C does do that. He then says Naruto won't be able to make it out alive with those injuries that he already had, and that snake. He's as good as dead. He then says he won't be able to make it out, especially with that snake in there. The instructors would ask him about the snake, but Takagami says didn't they know about it? But they have no idea what he's talking about, which shocked everyone there. Hours go by until all those watching feel a demonic presence coming from the rocks blocking the cave. The instructors ready themselves, knowing that the snake could escape, only to be dropped by the ground by the presence of Naruto as he exits the cave. The boy was covered in injuries and he smirked. Wasn't as bad as it could have been. I could have came out a little faster though. Naruto lowers this demonic chakra that he has, and he wipes his face to get the blood off. The instructors will tell him that he passes, but they also ask about the snake. Naruto then says he killed it. And this shocked them, because what they heard was it would be impossible to. They then give them the okay to head on to get their promotion to the next rank. Naruto then thanks them before heading back with his squad to their division building. Days go by until Naruto then receives a letter from his siblings. In 2 years, on the night of a full moon, they will have a battle to the death to see who will succeed to be the prince or princess next to the Lord. Naruto burns the paper and looks at his team. Announce to everyone that we will soon be recruiting those who have made it to the rank of Jonin into our division. A couple days go by as another large crowd is formed. And this time, Naruto takes more than just a couple members into his squad. He takes about 30 more people who he truly believes can become stronger. After this is when he heads to the library to scan as many scrolls as he can. Once this was done, he copies the information down for his division. But he tells them that he's leaving. They all ask where he's going, but Naruto says he's going to train in solitude for 2 years and then defeat his siblings on the night of a full moon. Kiyomi will be in charge until I return. The rest of you that are my generals, train the new recruits for me. I expect them to be stronger when I come out. As Naruto heads off, he tells them to head into the main hall storage room. Everyone then goes that way once Naruto is gone to see hundreds of handwritten books by Naruto and his clones so that they could become stronger. Tears begin to form in all of their eyes, and Naruto could hear it as he walks out of the building. As he heads to the isolated location for his training, he sits down in the room and begins to meditate, saying to himself that it begins now. I have to become strong enough to reach the rank of master. That'll mean I'll have to get strong enough to complete the Jonin 1 and 2 test. Nano. 2 years may seem like a long time, but it's really not that long once we get started. The years will go by fast, so let's not waste any of our time. The years slowly go on, as many realize that this is the day that Naruto is set to emerge. His division was waiting on him, and his generals would wait in front of his training room sitting there. This is when they were ambushed by Tsunami's division. Don't tell me that you're still waiting on him to come out. He probably died in there because of his harsh training. I can't sense anything even coming from that room. They all then begin to attack Naruto's division, but the 6 generals are able to defend themselves because of their new strength. Each of them has at least 3 stars, so they've all unlocked their unique abilities. As the battle begins, it gets pretty intense, as Okimura was saved by a dark figure. All he could see was the long red hair and torn black robes. Arrows would be shot at everyone who stands near this figure, but suddenly, the area around them slows down, but they see time was just moving fine for them. Naruto then moves his hair out of his face, thanking them for what they've done. Now, let me repay this debt to you. Time then continues again as all the people around them then appear defeated. Naruto's siblings who were there look at him with anguish, wondering what just happened. I'll see you 4 tonight, won't I? Well, even if you don't show up, I'll find you and hunt you down. Naruto walks by them, and as he heads out, a member from Tsunami's division then attacks him. Naruto then holds out his hand, suspending him in the air, and with chakra, cuts off his head. He then goes back to his division building to see that it had been remodeled in the time that he was gone. Naruto changes back into proper clothing and cuts a little bit of his hair so that he looks presentable. He goes out to see everyone as they bow, happy to have him back. Naruto then asks how their training went. It has been quite some time, and I want to see everyone's strength as of now. Naruto reviews the records kept on each member, and he smirks. We can all celebrate when I return tomorrow, as I have something to do. That night, it was a full moon, as full as it's ever been, and Naruto went to the meeting point. Once he was there, he saw Takagami, Tsunami, Koya, Iguro, and Ogato. When they see Naruto, they were shocked that he was much taller, and he seemed even stronger now. He carried himself with such honor, which shouldn't be that of the child of a peasant. Takagami then asked everyone if they were ready to end things here. They all nodded and pulled out their respective weapons, and Naruto himself remained still with his hands behind his back. Koya was the first to make a move, and he began swinging his blade at Naruto, who evaded each of his strikes as none of them could even land on him. Naruto then catches the blade with his bare hand and punches Koya back, looking around to see Tsunami fighting Ogato and Iguro fighting Takagami. Naruto then punches Koya in his stomach, sending him back even further. "I'll kill you, Naruto. It seems you're still mad about me kicking you from my own division." Koya then releases his 3-star cloak and tries to hit Naruto, but he's kicked to the ground and he's pinned down with Naruto breaking one of his arms. He screams out in pain before being thrown into a tree by Naruto. Koya manages to get up and he hits Naruto with the poisoned shuriken, but it has no effect at all. Naruto then appears behind him, catching him before he hits the ground. "Damn you, Naruto." Naruto looks down at him, seeing that he was slowly bleeding out, and then looks back up to see Ogato rushing at him. Naruto would finish Koya off quickly, and then blocks his dual blades with the chakra blade. Not half bad for someone with servant blood. Naruto ignores this comment, and Ogato notices that he's beginning to slow down. This is when one of his hands is cut off. "You talk as if you can defeat me. Even if you are from the Blade Clan, your technique is far below my own." Naruto pulls out the red blade, and his demonic chakra begins to surface once again. He then vanishes from sight, and the head of his brother is seen flying through the air before it hits the ground. Naruto would look forward to see Takagami staring back at him. "I knew it. The final battle would be between the two of us, the youngest and the oldest. Isn't that something? We already cut out all the middle children. Now, we can finally end things, Naruto. But I'll show you what I truly could have done to you 2 years ago." "Well now, how about we form an alliance instead? How about we both take down our selfish father?" Naruto sighs, "As if I'd fall for that. So how about we just get this battle started? It'll be your funeral, if you can even pay for one of those." Takagami raises his blade and rushes at Naruto. This is when he uses his space release to increase his speed. However, he notes that Naruto was moving even faster than him. His shoulder would be cut open and he turns, seeing that Naruto wasn't there. What the? He's then kicked on his face, sending him flying back into the forest. Naruto sprints after him, not giving him a moment to recover. Their blades would clash over and over again, with sparks flying around them. "Tell me, Naruto, have you ever wondered what it'd be like to be the firstborn? A child who's a prodigy but hated by those under him? It's truly amazing when you get to watch all the weaklings suffer below you." Takagami then releases 4 stars, showing off his insane power. He lands a punch to Naruto's face, sending him skidding on the ground, and then appears above him, swinging his leg down. Naruto blocks, but a crater is then formed around them. Naruto begins to release his own chakra and block another attack. He's put on the defensive, but he's able to block each attack with minimal effort. Takagami then realizes that he needs to finish this battle quickly. He begins to utilize his space release more and more, but Naruto is able to adapt each time. He dodges each attack without a problem and counters one, slamming his fist into his brother's face. "So, you've trained 2 years just to be at this level. What a shame that is." "What are you talking about? The most you could have done is reach a 3-star level, because the last time I saw you, you only had 1. Hate to ruin your reality, but I was at a 2-star level when you defeated me, and now, I'm much more than even that. Naruto then shows off 6 stars to his brother. Just, how could that be possible? You shouldn't be able to have that many stars. I'm his perfect child. I'm the one who is destined to become the prince. So how are you stronger than me? Perfect child? Do you really believe you were the perfect child? Yes, of course I am. That is why I was fated to be born first, and you were born last. I don't think you understand anything at all, Takagami. If you were the perfect child, then why did he continue to have more children? And why did he stop with me? Naruto then performs the 7-star blade dance, killing his brother. He looks at all the dead bodies around him. What a shame. He then releases his chakra cloak and travels back to his division to see that his generals were sitting there waiting on him. They begin to cry as they would run towards him, congratulating him on the win. Naruto sighs from being exhausted, and the next morning, he heads to an instructor for the Jonin test. It was the Jonin 1 test, and it was a one-on-one battle against another instructor to go up to the next rank. The battle would begin, and Naruto instantly one-shots one of the instructors with his speed unknown to those who were watching. His rank is raised, but he immediately says he's ready for the final test to get to the rank of master. This is when he's taken to the office of Kagami and Zuko. Which faction leader would you like your battle to be up against? All 3 of them. Naruto, well, after he says this, he would leave the room, and the 2 stood there in shock. That night, a great celebration was held in his division, welcoming him back as their leader. A couple weeks go by until many gathered in the main area, watching, as the 3 leaders of each faction then arrive. Mari of the Stealth faction, Rihara of the Blade faction, and Muyami of the Poison faction all stand together. These are the parents of Naruto's other siblings that he has killed. Why are we all here? There's no way that foolish peasant boy has killed all of our children and challenged all 3 of us at once. This is when Naruto shows up walking towards them. Thank you all for accepting my offer to do battle with me. Shall we begin? Oh, in a rush, are we? Well, it certainly won't be that easy. The Blade faction's leader then rushes Naruto, who is killed in an instant. Naruto had slowed the time for the other 2 as they were killed with his bloodshot red blade. Naruto was then given the rank of master. Months continue to go by as Naruto begins his planning. He begins studying and mastering the rest of the statues as he perfects the 7-star blade dance. Naruto has each of his generals send out a letter to each of the main factions to gain their assistance and to become their allies. The Lord himself calls for a grand dinner to give Naruto the title of Vice Lord. Naruto goes with his generals and the dinner would begin. Nano, how's it looking? It seems someone's directing a lot of malice towards you. Oh yeah? And where are they? They're sitting outside of this building to the one next to it. You'll have to be able to see them through the window. But I believe if you make it obvious that you notice them, they'll escape. Alright then. Naruto then takes a seat and tells Mogai to sit right next to him. Togashi, the Lord, then raises his drink and begins to make a toast towards his son. As he speaks, an arrow comes flying at Naruto into the room, but Naruto slows down the time, and he tells Mogai to then use his Kekkei Genkai. He unsheathes his sword only for a moment, and redirects the arrow into the Lord's heart. Everyone would stand there in shock once time continues to go by at a regular pace. And Naruto was the first to run to the aid of his father. He had those in the room go after the assassin, and he had someone else go for a doctor. But Togashi was wondering why the arrow hit him instead of Naruto. This is when he noticed the slight smirk on his son. This damn brat. He did this. I'll kill him now. He reaches up for Naruto, but his arm instantly falls down as his body already feels so weak. But how? Naruto then leans over him and whispers so only they can hear. I've sped up the poison that's entered your body. You're as good as dead now, father. Naruto holds up his body, watching him fade into death. This is when the two royal guards would declare Naruto as the new lord. Another whole year goes by, as this is when the Fourth Great Shinobi War begins. On the main battlefield, all the tail beasts would launch their tail beast bombs at the Alliance, and Minato appears, ready to lay his life down. As they get closer, they're sent into the sky, and a huge explosion erupts in the atmosphere. Minato looks forward to see a giant, well, not a giant, to see a figure in robes with long hair. I told you one day I'd repay the debt I owe you. Naruto, is that really you? The one and only. Now, let's end this war. The Uzumaki clan and its factions have come to assist the Shinobi Alliance. Who's their main leader? The one with the mask. Alright, I'll take him down and end this. Naruto then appears next to Obito, shocking him and Madara. Both would try to attack, but Naruto slows down time and uses the 7-star blade dance to kill each of them. And then, he has Kiyomi use her new Kekkei Genkai as well. The girl's body becomes enveloped in flames, as we see the two are burned to ashes right before the alliance. The Edo Tensei still remained until Sasuke and Itachi finished off Kabuto. From here on, the war comes to a swift end after the defeat of all the white Zetsu. Even if Sasuke were to try and rebel here, there's no way he could beat Naruto at this point. Many years later, we see an older Naruto being woken up by his son Boruto, who was born much earlier here. They step out into the streets of the Whirlpool Village to see happy faces and equality among all who walk the streets, no matter what factions they came from. Boruto would ask his father why he always seems so happy, even though they haven't bought anything yet. Naruto then tells him that one day he'll understand if his dream is ever accomplished. And this is the end to another one of my series. I hope you guys truly enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching to this point in the video. I'd really appreciate it if you liked this one, because it did take me a long time to actually write this story and figure out things that I wanted to do with it, as well as creating many characters and giving them their own set personalities, even if I didn't go too into depth with them. But I hope to see you all on my next video.